He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Some say freedom is free. Some say freedom is free. But I tend to disagree. I say freedom is won. I say freedom is won. By the barrel of a gun. By the barrel of a gun. Had a brother in Iraq. Had a brother in Iraq. He never made it back. He never made it back. I ask why, tell me why. I ask why, tell me why. Do our soldiers have to die? Do our soldiers have to die? Some say freedom is free. Some say freedom is free. But I tend to disagree. But I tend to disagree. I say freedom is won. I say freedom is won. By the barrel of a gun. By the barrel of a gun. Daddy died in Vietnam. Daddy died in Vietnam. He was killed at Khe Sanh. He was killed at Khe Sanh. I ask why, tell me why. I ask why, tell me why. Do our soldiers have to die? Do our soldiers have to die? Some say freedom is free. Some say freedom is free. But I tend to disagree. But I tend to disagree. I say freedom is won. I say freedom is won. By the barrel of a gun. By the barrel.
First and foremost, I'd like to say, never forget not only the victims of 9/11, a terrible tragedy, probably one of the worst days in American history, but also Benghazi. Let's not forget about them. That's not why we're here today, though. Every once in a while, you run across like dudes that you may not like, but they're literally out there protecting our freedom of speech. What happened yesterday is a direct attack on that freedom. They call them the right fascists. Fascists are the ones that murder, assassinate political adversaries because they don't like the way they're speaking, the message they're spreading. So they want to try and take out the biggest mouthpiece. Trying to make people scared to say what they want to say. That's not going to happen. It's not happening. What they did all across the spectrum, conservatives and moderates, they just woke up a beast. And they think conservatives were silent before. They just got a martyr. Those two children lost a father. A wife lost her husband. For what? For what? Anyway. Take a quick break. Everybody go get your cup of coffee, bagels, fried rice, whatever the fuck you want to talk about. I'll be back in a minute. Welcome back. This is typically the day I do a 9/11 video, but not today. Not today. When I first heard that he was shot yesterday and that he was gone away to the hospital, I was like, you know what? Okay. They said he's on the way to the hospital in stable or critical condition, which means he's still alive. And then I saw the video. And the video it brought back something inside me that I've seen that shit happen in real life. All because a man dared people to think for themselves. But we're going to go through a few videos today that I think we should go over. That involves the situation from yesterday. Fuck. So the first one we're going to look at so people think that just affected people in the United States, but that wasn't the case because I was looking on X, and there were people from all over the world that were talking about this by name. He wasn't just an influence in the world, the U.S. was an influence, and this is what happened in Spain last night. You mean to tell me this guy advocated for free speech, and that's why people were like, you know what? That's enough. I don't like the way he's telling people to think. That's ridiculous. Right? Now, not to be a conspiracy theorist, because we're going to go all over the fucking spectrum today. And the ones I have in X are no specific order, so here comes the conspiracy. This was said a couple days ago.
Push back against the media on COVID, on lockdowns, on Ukraine, on the border, so like maybe we should also ask a question: is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel? Just a question, that maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says, because I know I've been conditioned to ask a lot more critical questions over the last couple of years. So, Ben, some people would accuse Israel of wanting to ethnically cleanse. Some people in the Israeli government are saying, again, it's all over the place, right? You have opinions all over. In your opinion, what would a good outcome 5 years from now be, and how does one respond to the claims of ethnic cleansing? Charlie, we've pushed back against the media on COVID, on...
So, questioning who exactly for their narratives? Anyway, let's go talk to the New York Times. The New York Times had a very good little statement. I'm going to let you read that. Mr. Kirk was so vocal in his willingness to spread unsupported claims and outright lies. He said that the drug hydroxychloroquine was 100% effective in treating the virus, which it is not. That Twitter temporarily barred him in early March 2020, but the move only added to his notoriety and seemed to be support his claims that were being muzzled by a liberal elite. New York Times, the beacon of what's the word? Journalism. There's nothing higher than the New York Times. Now let's go to a former assistant dean for Middle Tennessee State University. And she says, I quote, "Looks like old Charlie spoke his fate into existence. Hate begets hate, zero sympathy." For a guy who never committed a crime. Okay. I'm not going to dox her. That'd be totally unwise. Oh, wait, she's a public figure, so I'm not doxing her. And the statement from MTSU. An MTSU employee today offered inappropriate and callous comments on social media concerning the horrific and tragic murder of Charlie Kirk. The comments of this employee, who worked in a position of trust directly with students, were inconsistent with our values and have undermined the university's credibility and reputation with our students, faculty, staff, and community at large. This employee has been fired effective immediately. We extend our deepest sympathies to the Kirk family. Now, this is how it should be done, right? Don't fucking suspend them. Don't suspend them. Fire them. You're talking about not wanting to spread a message of hate, yet it's coming. And yeah, you're probably going to get a little bit of hate in this stream. I'm not going to lie. Now let's go over to Baylor. Baylor University, a private Baptist college, and there's his coach. Let's see what he has to say. So they're going over what happened, Charlie Kirk getting shot, and this cocksucker wants to comment, "This makes me giggle." Huh? Coach Barb? That makes you giggle, huh? Makes me giggle too. I saw this morning. This one kind of like, it pissed me off. It pissed me off. The guy just got shot. He left the scene. It's an active crime scene. And then you have these motherfuckers showing up like it's a fucking free-for-all.
Yeah. Grab me out. Hey, yo, grab me out. Let's go up, guys. Come on. Let's go up, guys. I don't know. Let's go. I have no idea. Let's go. Come on, guys. What are you doing? Get the fuck out. Let's go. Yeah. Grab me out. Let's go. Hey, yo, grab me out. Let's go up, guys. Come on. Let's go up, guys. I don't know. Let's go. I have no idea. Let's go. Come on, guys. What are you doing? Get the fuck out. Let's go. Yeah. Grab me out. Hey, yo, grab me out.
Crazy, right? How do they get inside that area? Where's the containment? You know there was only 6 cops pulling security out there? 6 law enforcement officers. I'm not one to say TMZ is a great source for anything because all they are is like a giant fucking tabloid. But they're trying to say that this, what you hear in the background, is not related to Charlie Kirk. It's not related to Charlie Kirk. However, TMZ is trying to cover this shit up.
Janet, go to have somebody look at the Fox. Trump just posted that Charlie Kirk is dead.
All right, so is this ready to pull the trigger? We can get Trump cut in a second.
Janet.
This is the part that I'm glad people pay attention to.
Go.
They got the news and they're trying to verify it and they're already in the background cheering. Maybe I misunderstood that. Maybe I just looked too into it to believe that maybe that's not true. So people were trying to say Charlie Kirk was also a white supremacist Nazi, right? My question is, why are there a lot of black people coming out in support of Charlie Kirk right now? To include pastors.
It's just me, you guys, but is everybody else taking this hard? I can't even go in the house, like, with my family. Like, we had our own crisis. Like, I am taking this hard because Charlie represents not just, he represents so much to the conservative movement. He is, there's not a person they could have took from us that is more important besides maybe Trump or somebody like that. But that's how important that man is and has been. Just the way he died, you know, doing what he loves, getting shot. For what? For what? What did he do? This is supposed to be America. This is not America. This is not the America I grew up in. It's not. The left has turned this into a scary place for people like me and others that just love our country, right? We're doing the best we can to love God, and Charlie was a man of God, man. The AmFest, he cannot be replaced, and they know this. That's why they came after him. That's why he picked Charlie. It's hard for me. I mean, I've never met him. That's how you know when you've impacted the world, when your death makes people who never met you break down like you're your best, like we were sat at the table together. It's a devastating day.
I wouldn't say I was upset. I was in shock. But that quickly turned into, remember what I was saying with that incident on the train where I was starting to go back into that place? And I figured out a way out. Not to go any deeper. Within hours of saying this. Within hours of me saying that. Bullshit, man. You got influencers on the conservative side like Charlie Kirk and all that shit. Who does the left have? I was talking to my daughter about this. Who does the left have? Sexy Red? Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah, I know that it's somewhat object of mockery to say thoughts and prayers, but thoughts and prayers for his family. They need it from all of us. And Jesse's right. If they could do this, they are capable of anything. I think that was the message. I believe that was the message. It's really hard to radicalize Republicans.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we're not the radical type.
Oh, she did?
But if you thought that you were going to shut a movement down, you're going to get a rude awakening. You woke us the fuck up.
And we will.
Yeah, I know that it's somewhat.
Let's play that again.
No, it's like we're not the radical type. But if you thought that you were going to shut a movement down, you're going to get a rude awakening. You woke us the fuck up.
And we will.
Yeah, I know that.
My thoughts exactly. And it's not hard to see that it's coming. Remember when they said there's a revolution and it's televised? It's coming. Actually, it's here. It's here. Now, you know when comedians jump in and give their opinion, sometimes people don't listen. But then if you do listen and you can really tell that this is not laughing matter for them, maybe people will listen. Maybe.
Watching that video of Charlie Kirk, I'm not a crying man. But I just can't believe this. Yeah, I can't believe it, man. We fight so much on this app. We fight so much on this internet over just frivolous things that's so unimportant, and there are people out here trying to kill us, and we still try to kill each other. They just shot this man in front of the whole world. I can't even look at the camera, bro, because I'm gonna get too emotional about this, bro, but we just gotta stick together, man. That man is an American hero. If they can do that to him, they can do that to anyone, and they will. It, this is one of the most significant assassination attempts
Not an attempt.
since MLK. This man changed America in ways that he never gets the credit for. I mean, we can credit us even having Gen Z, millennials, and any generation after completely to Charlie Kirk. Thanks to him. This man is an American hero and a God-fearing man. And we all might have some distant differences, but it's time to let them go. It's time to let our differences go. Because I regret for the last things that we say about each other, not be a positivity, love, and motivating each other to be good, motivating each other to stay safe. But to play into drama, to play into beef, just for clicks, it ain't worth it, man. This is real life. This internet stuff, it ain't worth it. I'm praying for this man.
What did he say? This internet shit ain't worth it. Remember that. That goes for a lot of different people on certain community that I just happen to be acquainted with. And others.
I don't even know why I'm making this video. I'm just...
What the fuck?
I feel so defeated.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I could see that. I can see how that'd be comforting to people.
I'm just praying. I mean, I love all of y'all. We just got to stick together. We have to stick together, pray for that man family. We got to be there for him. We got to let our differences aside. We got to. God bless everyone.
Oh, good brain, Dominique. I'm surprised it worked. I'm surprised it worked. Now, this one I was watching as it happened, and I don't think I've ever seen this man break down. It was weird to see. Oh, he's still muted.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. We had some discussions. We talked to people who have information, and I'm confident at this point that unfortunately Charlie is no longer with us. Thirty 31 years old. Just doing something he loves, something he's good at. I'm very angry because you don't get your lick back. You don't get a chance to get revenge for him losing his life, and I just can't believe it, man. Charlie Kirk, out of all the people. And yeah, he's gone. He's gone, and the only thing positive I can say about this,
Well, actually, you'd be surprised. Tatum does a lot of work with TP USA. They know each other. And he's taking this personal. Kind of the way Everyone should, especially if you love free speech.
It's that I believe that Charlie I believe Charlie went to heaven because he was a good man and he fought a good fight. And
Now pay attention to Tatum's reaction. He went from shock to sadness to anger within a matter of a couple minutes. That's what they just awoke in people. Men, real men, with real testosterone. And according to my daughter and her classmates, the females, they're all expressing sorrow. Especially when it comes to my kids, like Charlie Kirk is their generation. Try explaining that to kids again, over and over again.
And I'm never gonna let this go. That man just on campus trying to preach the truth, and somebody killed him. I'm never gonna forget this, and I know you guys aren't either. And I'm not trying to suggest that anybody do anything brash, but God, you make the decision.
Dominic, that's
called Charlie
the whole
home, and that's what he made.
point I'm going to get out at the end of the whole reason I'm doing all this. I told my daughter last night, listen, if you think people are going to shut up, you guys obviously don't know what conservatives can and will be capable of. And the backlash that's going to come from this, especially with the Democratic rhetoric, calling Charlie Kirk, Donald Trump, Nazis, Hitlers, anybody that supports Donald Trump and ICE, Nazis, Hitlers, Gestapos, blood is on their hands. And they won't accept it. But when you awaken a beast, I don't think they understand what they just did. Then again, if this dude really was an assassin paid for by somebody, by a government, by a country, who knows? You heard Dom Lucre compare him to MLK, JFK, RFK. What do they all have in common? I'm not saying, oh, I know LARP. That's what I said. They awoke a beast. And unfortunately, the beasts they awoken tend to be pro 2A. Yes. This is 100% true. They're telling me she was telling me the exact same thing. And then she was showing me where like somebody within a group, within the school chat said something negative, and he just got fucking attacked by all the conservatives, I guess. I'm trying to remember the last time. Let me look it up.
The decision he made. And we prayed, we had faith, and God ultimately is going to make the decision. And crazy. It's crazy that in America, somebody just preaching the truth can lose his life. And I'm never going to let it go.
The last attempt against a liberal politician in the U.S. was Gabby Gifford, 2021 or 2011.
And there's going to be consequences. There's consequences for this. And I don't know what that looked
Did
like.
he just release it? Because I have not.
And
And I'm going to go find it.
but I just don't know what to do, man. I'm upset. And there's things I like to do, but I just need God to guide us in this scenario, because a 31-year-old man on campus just exercising his right. They tried to kill Trump. And, I don't know. And that, I would like to say I'm sorry for getting emotional, but I can't hold back the emotion that I feel when I think about the fact this boy died. He lost his life. And I think all the hateful stuff people have said, and all of these cowards that come out and they want to say condolences to.
I wouldn't say that's the leaked memo, because that's actually the same exact thing they said during the press conference this morning, almost word for word. So maybe he got it leaked before the press conference, but that's exactly what the FBI guy put out. So yeah, I mean, leaked, but then again, the FBI legit put it out in that press conference this morning.
Him, and they did nothing but talk trash and say some of the stupidest and most evil things I've heard. But as a people, and I'm gonna finish it with this, is that Charlie Kirk,
listen to this,
did not live in vain, and he'll never be forgotten. And for the rest of my life, I'm gonna do what I can to make sure, and whatever I can do to make sure his family good, and that we continue his legacy. And that means that we ain't gonna stop doing stuff on campus. We may have to heighten the security. We may have to do it indoors, because you can't trust that they can protect you. But I tell you one thing, is that we ain't gonna give up.
There it is.
And we're not gonna stop talking. We're not gonna stop preaching the truth. We're not gonna stop fighting for what's right. And there's a lot of us out here, and somebody may have got to Charlie, but you got a lot more of us to go through before you think you're gonna get us to stop. And I tell everybody, this should be a wake-up call to a lot of people. Wake up and do something. Wake up and be a Charlie Kirk, meaning that you're willing to fight for something. And you don't just let everybody else do the fighting and putting their life on the line. This man lost his life to push conservative values to change this country. 31 years old. I thought Charlie was going to be the president one day. And somebody took his life. But I will say this, is that I believe he went to heaven, and I believe he on with Jesus and escaping this place that's full of hatred, evilness.
Like I said, it's really weird when you see like somebody like him break down. Considering like the shit that he's seen being a cop. I don't know.
Yeah, we're showing, by the way, our.
So like I said, there was a lot of people that came out and talked about this yesterday. We're going to go through a few, obviously. But I want to show you what happened in our House of Representatives yesterday when, what's her face? Lauren Boebert tried to lead a vocal prayer for Charlie Kirk instead of a silent prayer, which, I don't know, the Democrats were for it, but they only like wanted a few seconds when Lauren Boebert was like, yeah, can we just do this? Because, you know, a lot of Democrats, a lot of Republicans, they were friends with Charlie Kirk, to include Donald Trump. And this is what happened when they tried to do a vocal prayer.
Let's wait a minute. The House will be in order. The House will be in order. Shh. The House will be in order. Shh. The House will be in order. We will join prayer right after this, okay?
See that shit? And he folded. They were mad because they wanted to have a prayer. Would have taken 30 seconds, 45 seconds at the most. All that time they spent yelling, it would have been over. And then Johnson bent the knee and said, we'll do it afterwards. Fuck you, Johnson. You fucking weasel. Piece of shit.
Nation station KTVX. Here's a new video, by the way. This is from.
I didn't want to show that. Fuck me.
Earlier, Charlie Kirk being rushed away, and now let's join their live coverage and see what they're picking up after the death of Charlie Kirk.
Your thoughts here, what you're seeing, what you're hearing now that we have that confirmation?
Well, absolutely heartbroken. I mean, Charlie Kirk, one of the biggest political activists in the world, who advocates for free speech, here on campus, talking with students. There's a few students who were able to exchange ideas, and we talked to students who had different ideas, just said that they appreciate that he came on campus, is willing to have a conversation with them. To hear President Trump now say that he's dead is just, it's heartbreaking, and it's also just shocking because of how contentious campuses are when he goes to them. We know that Turning Point USA says they're active on 3,500 different campuses. They have a lot of supporters. And the part that makes Turning Point USA so interesting on social media is that there are other students with different voices that participate at these events. So we know that Charlie Kirk travels to all these different campuses with his security team. We also know that campuses are alerted ahead of time when Charlie Kirk comes and speaks at different campuses across the United States. So what exactly happened here? How many police, how many security were at this event? What was the process of them making sure that students were coming in, weren't armed, or anybody else who was coming in? Because remember, this wasn't just students. We heard it from different employees in the area, students from other campuses who attended events like this. And we got a chance to speak to one of them now. If I could go ahead and have you step a little closer to me. First of all, were you in attendance, and how far were you from the speaking?
Yes, I was in attendance today. I was probably 10, 15 feet away from Charlie Kirk, so pretty close to him.
Yeah. What did you see?
I'm sure you've already described it. I don't know if I want to describe it again, but it was pretty traumatizing, pretty terrible. What happened? Just an overall sad situation.
And you were telling us that, did it appear like there was a lot of security there or not much?
No, I mean, we registered for tickets, but they weren't even looking for tickets. Anyone could just walk in. It was at probably the worst place in campus because there's so many areas where anyone can just walk in. So yeah, I would say the security level I would say UVU kind of
Listen
felt
to what
him
he's about to
in a
say.
way.
Well, you followed Charlie for some time now, right?
Yeah.
So you see, like when Turning Point USA goes to different campuses, like how like contentious it could be, right?
Yes.
Was it surprising that there wasn't more checks and balances entering the campus?
I think it was super surprising, yes. I think for sure in an event like this, where there's debate and Charlie,
Listen, if you're wondering why
sometimes he
you
likes to
only see
provoke, they
me,
should have a lot more security.
that's on purpose. Same thing with the train lady, the Ukrainian. You'll never see me show those videos. They don't need to be seen. If you want them, you can go see them. Because if I show them here, it's going to anger me more. Just watching this and seeing...
Just because everyone's welcome, so...
Tell me a little bit about the aftermath after this gunshot went off. What happened afterwards?
So I was with one of my good friends, and as soon as the gun went off, we both hit the floor, started praying. Everyone was screaming, and then we got up and we just started running, and we made it to our apartment. So
yeah, you're right around this area. Did you see any students kind of like get injured as everyone was trying to escape?
No, but I did see a select group of students who stood up and cheered after the fact, which was really sad to see.
You're kidding me.
No.
Well,
thank you for watching. Subscribe.
Fact. But I did
see any students kind of like get injured as everyone was trying to escape?
No, but I did see a select group of students who stood up and cheered after the fact, which was really sad to see.
You're kidding me.
No.
Well,
yeah, we're showing, by the way, our affiliate.
So the group of cheerers, can you guess kind of what they look like? I haven't been able to find the photo since I saw it yesterday. Maybe I just need to look harder. Influencer everywhere. Everywhere are feeling this.
In Utah, and the aftermath of the shooting, you could see people running away pretty quickly, as you would imagine they would do at gunshots. The FBI director, Kash Patel, has weighed in on this. He just tweeted the following: "We're closely monitoring reports of the tragic shooting involving Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University. Our thoughts are with Charlie, his loved ones, and everyone affected. Agents will be on the scene quickly, and the FBI stands in full support of the ongoing response and the investigation." Charlie Kirk is a divisive figure, polarizing, lightning rod, whatever term you want to use. Why?
Well, he's one of MAGA's most prominent.
That's why I picked this one. Listen to this guy. Dobbs. I already went over that, Dominic. Definitely, it's a. If you go back a little while, it showed the tweet and everything. Now I forgot what I was going to say.
Prominent voices online. He hosts a near daily podcast. He opines on almost everything. He's been very closely aligned with the president since his initial run for office in 2015, 2016, and his ties to Trump really elevated his own brand. He was really quite young as an activist when the president launched his initial campaign.
No
and
worries.
he has kind of ridden along with MAGA since 2016 and built up a massive brand of his own. His group has brought in tons and tons of money.
Talk to me about the environment in which a shooting like this happens.
Yeah, and again, emphasize what you just emphasized. We don't know any of the full details of.
Oh yes. And hopefully they don't ask their previous employer why they got canned. But remember, they say everything, or nothing is erased off the internet.
That we don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have. Yeah, and again, emphasize what you just emphasized. We don't know any of the full details of this. That we don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about this. But
I'm sorry. What? I got so much I want to say, but I'm going to let the family take over it because they were speaking. My sentiments exactly.
following up on what was just said, he's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate
He got
speech
fired, by the
or
way. I think
sort
I
of
went over
aimed
that.
at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions. And I think that's the environment we're in, that people just, you can't stop with these sort of
He's
awful
not
thoughts you
condoning
have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place.
Matt.
And that's the unfortunate environment we're in.
Talk to me about the environment.
He trying to justify it? These people are evil, bro.
MSNBC, bro, these people are actual evil. They have no sympathy
I
in
always
their
say,
hearts at all. Y'all,
accept the
Charlie Kirk
consequences of
did a
your
lot
actions.
for us. He has flown us out to
However,
places.
Charlie Kirk
He
didn't
got
do
us
anything
introduced to President Trump.
that
And beyond
would
that,
have
he is a
warranted
good
it
man.
to be
He
killed.
loves the Lord Jesus. And regardless of your political views, if you agree with the man or not, you should never, ever sit there and justify somebody being shot. He might be dead right now, and that's the first thing you say. I'm sorry, but you don't see this happen on the right. This only happens on the left with the media. The media on the right, when someone on the left is attacked or anything like that, which you never really hear happening, but I do not hear this happening. Like when they shot at Trump, they cheered. I've already seen people on No Jumpers Instagram comments saying that they prayed for times like this, and I quote, that is exactly what they said. The hate in
So the guy on the ground, it's interesting. This guy seemed kind of weird. Like, he got detained, and when they were taking him to the car, he was saying, "Kill me. Kill me, kill me, kill me." Or something to that effect. But he got cleared and released. But I do believe they said they did charge him with obstruction. And then you have the person of interest that Kash Patel said they had in custody last night, also cleared and released. Okay.
Divisiveness is from the left. It is insane. All he would do is debate and prove people wrong. And then they were so sad that they were being wrong that they wished on the man's death. This is sickening. This is evil, and I'm sick to my stomach. And I pray to God that he is alive.
Oh.
He never once mentioned violence.
Never.
You don't know.
He was literally preaching the truth. And the truth, sometimes people don't like the truth. But he would literally just debate and make people look dumb. But he never said anything about violence ever, ever, ever. He's not racist. I've met the man. I've talked to the man myself. He has flown us out with his money, himself. He introduced us to President Trump, himself. This is like, even besides the fact that he's done things for us, this one hits us different, y'all, because we actually have met and talked to this man multiple times. He is a good man. He is a Christian. He believes in Jesus Christ. This is sickening. If anyone out there calls himself a Christian and you justify this, shame on you. Shame on you. This is evil, and I'm pissed off, bro.
Like I haven't wanted to shed a tear all year. Like I actually feel like I want to shed a tear, bro, because this is like, it's like you can't even speak truth anymore, bro. Like this is literally all he did.
It's literally shut up or die.
I agree with almost everything Charlie said. And that means that any one of us could have got shot. Anybody could have got shot.
People DM'd me yesterday. I opened my DM request and people were saying, F your religion. F Jesus. To me, in my Instagram, people have given us death threats, y'all, for what we do. It is always the left. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make a group statement. Obviously, it's not all the people on the left, but it is typically the left.
Right now, to me, like, this is like a crazy milestone, guys, because it's not about politics anymore, honestly.
It's not, bro. It's about right and wrong.
It's about good versus evil.
That's right. They do have a video of the guy that they caught.
A lot of evil.
That's what I forgot to mention. They have a video guy. They said it in the FBI brief. They have a video of the suspect from door cams. That might be what they're going over. If they have that fucking video, that's what I want to see. So let's see. Hold on. is he at? Where is he at? What? All right. So once Crowder comes up, we'll see what Crowder's have to say. Oh, Benny was livid last night.
Lately, bro.
Because it's just ideas. Like, politics is how we think society should be ran, and you get killed. You almost get killed for it.
He might be dead.
I think
we don't know if he's dead or not.
He got shot in the neck,
the,
bro.
the close video we
It looks
saw,
pretty
it
good.
looks
like he's gone.
He's dead, or he may never be the same, and that is sickening. Because on the
The second I saw that video of him getting shot, the close up, there was no question. I just knew. But you got to give people hope. But I don't know. I was telling people that he's dead. He probably died fairly quickly, to be honest.
College campuses used to be for the differences of ideas. People were supposed to go there and debate their differences and ideas, and that's what it's supposed to be. In America, you can vote how you vote, and we can disagree, and you're all supposed to live together in harmony. But you cannot sit here and call yourself a decent human if you are happy that another human being was shot and killed possibly.
What I think should have happened to this man immediately, I can't say on YouTube. Because this is the guy that did it. This is insane, man.
And they got on there,
bro.
MSNBC gonna say we don't know if it was one of his
video was
supporters.
long before they figured it out.
Cheering.
Are you
Come
kidding
the
me,
hell
bro?
on,
See, no,
bro.
but actually,
Come the hell on,
I have
bro.
some extremist shit to say,
Nah,
but I'm gonna just
bro.
say it because this shit is extreme. Honestly, Trump, you need to go on a mass spree of figuring some, I don't know, doing some crazy shit. Shut MSNBC down after that. Divisive figure. He's actually brought people together. Black people have told us they like Charlie Kirk.
Bro.
And he brought black people to
He
the
doesn't
right.
do any hate speech. It's only the other side that does hate speech. They say all Republicans this, all of them that. He just sits there and proves them wrong. He just debates. Why do you say that someone's divisive when they debate and then you're wrong? He will come to the table and talk. He went on Bill Maher's show. He will go on liberal shows.
He didn't give two fucks. You called him out.
Gavin Newsom.
Ideas, bro. It's not like that's all
Oh.
politics is. So it just seemed. Then some people will say,
Give me 2 seconds. Let me see if I can find it on YouTube. I didn't realize it was going to come this fast. All this stuff is happening as we speak, guys. So give me some.
Let me express the horror and grief so many Americans at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk have felt. Charlie was a giant of his generation, a champion of liberty, and an inspiration to millions and millions of people. Our prayers are with his wonderful wife, Eric, and his beautiful children. Fantastic people they are. We miss him greatly, yet I have no doubt that Charlie's voice and the courage he put into the hearts of countless people, especially young people, will live on. I'm pleased to announce that I will soon be awarding Charlie Kirk posthumously the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The date of the ceremony will be announced, and I can only guarantee you one thing, that we will have a very big crowd. Before we begin, let me express the horror and
He wasn't kidding when he said it yesterday. He wasn't kidding.
Oh, we told y'all we need to get rid of the guns. So I bet somebody said, oh, it happened because it was in a red state. I bet somebody said that. But you know what's a trend here? That is the left that's doing these shootings.
It is, bro. It literally
these transgenders
and then they get on
people
there
like this.
and they say, he said, the dude on MSNBC, somebody should slap the shit out of him today. He got on there and said,
well, he doesn't have a job.
Said, bro. He literally just said, the dude on MSNBC just said, if you think hateful and talk hateful, hateful actions will happen to you. Well, you're thinking hateful and you're talking hateful. So you reap what you sow, sir, and you better be careful.
This man has a family,
don't
bro.
say it like that, though.
I mean, no, that's what he said. That's what he said. I
didn't say anything but what he said.
No, that's what exactly
you
he
reap
said.
what you sow. Don't say those things.
This man has a family, bro. This is like his job. Like, it's just politics, bro. It's not that. Like, I didn't know this shit gets this deep, bro.
Gosh, bro.
But you know
back
what
in
I
the day, they was killing people.
No, but you know
we're not
what?
in that time no more.
They was
But he's not even in. He doesn't hold a political position
at all. Yeah, he not.
There are plenty of people on the left that do what he does, and they love them.
But the thing is, bro. The thing is, back then they probably was doing this shit for money reasons. You know. Some people want to support it.
But they'll still want murder. Violence is never, ever the answer.
Asking for information.
You know, you see why they said they killed JFK? Like that, I could see, some crazy stuff going on like that. But nowadays, this shit just off the woke mind virus.
It's off the woke mind virus, y'all.
It's not about money no more.
I pray for angels every day because we've gotten death threats. We've gotten death threats. We've gotten DMs. This can happen to pretty much anyone on the right with a voice. But he's not a coward. This is what happens when you're a man and you speak up for the truth. And you say the things that everyone else is thinking but scared to say, like Charlie does.
Guys, the video is very graphic. Like,
the video is god-awful.
Stop showing it.
It is sickening. My stomach hurts.
Yeah, I'm really pissed off.
I can't believe this shit, actually. I have so much to say. I'm speaking.
And it's just like, this one, y'all, like, Trump's was bad. Yes.
No, this was bad.
But, like, he got shot in the ear. And, like, we knew he was okay instantly.
Yeah.
We don't know right now. And we have met and talked. I've sat down and had an interview with this man that is on our channel.
Facts.
This is just...
This shit is crazy,
this
man.
Is
like, this man has took his time to really try and help us. And y'all just say he's just racist because y'all
help
don't agree.
everybody.
Help
United
America.
States. Yeah, like... And it just is crazy, man. It's just like, when, if people, like... There was somebody like in the streets that, that get killed. We know that's going to happen. This dude's doing nothing but right, following Jesus. He got a family. He talk about the nuclear family. Like,
he
doing
preaches the truth.
Right.
He says the truth, even though people don't like it. And you don't have to agree with every single thing he says, but you do have to respect that he's authentic and he says what he thinks.
So we got to call it how
he went on
see
George Janko's show.
I know. We got to call it how we see it. It's an attack on Christians.
It's been one.
Well, I don't know if attack on... Well, I guess you could look at it there if you really wanted to. But, oh, wow. That... You didn't expect to see that number.
No, we need the full details of this. That we don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about this. But following up on what was just said, he's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions. And I think that's the environment we're in, that people just, you can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place.
Charlie Kirk is a divisive figure, polarizing, lightning rod, whatever term you want to use.
Well, he's one of MAGA's most prominent voices online. He hosts a near daily podcast. He opines on almost everything. He's been very closely aligned with the president since his initial run for office in 2015, 2016. And his ties to Trump really elevated his own brand.
Charlie Kirk is a close ally of President Trump's. Not only that, he is somebody who helped him get elected this cycle. He's also a controversial figure at times. He goes into to these various college campuses, pushes conservative issues, gets into heated back and forth often with these students on these college campuses. But of course, none of that is violent. This is the first time we've seen this kind of reaction, obviously.
After one of the Doge employees was allegedly attacked in Washington, D.C., that's what Donald Trump used as justification to send in federal troops into Washington, D.C. to get things under control. And I know it's hard to predict the future, Mark, but you can imagine the administration.
Yeah, man. That's why I said doing what they had. This incident really is a threat to the free speech of the United States. Because a lot of people are going to be scared to say what they think. So that makes who the fascist again? Crowder's going to be on in 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Using this as a justification for something. Again, no permit is required or needed to buy or possess a firearm. There's no waiting period, no state-mandated time period for firearm purchases. Utah does not require the registration of firearms, so it is a very permissive state.
Before any motherfuckers out there, oh, it was an AR-15 that did this. Oh my God, the assault weapon guys. How do you feel about it now? It was like fucking bolt-action rifle, you stupid fucks. But I guess you wouldn't know about that. You probably still think it's a fucking automatic weapon.
In terms of firearms, most firearm types are allowed under state law. But again, federal laws ban certain firearms. On average, 442 people die by guns in Utah.
I mean, yeah, it's scary for anybody that has any sort of voice at all in the country and wherever you go out, and with the ability for people to, and especially I'm in Texas, you can legally carry guns, into most places in Texas in this. We're the only country that this is going on in this way. And we have this awful toxic stew of...
We're the only country that shoots political figures? How dare we? How dare we?
Of political divisive hate speech that's being pushed, and simultaneously combined with unbelievable access that people have to guns, and guns at every level.
Hope that dude enjoys his vacation. That's semi-permanent.
And I'll never be this sing songs us sings this never give and I'll never be this sing songs us sings this never
I'm going to do a part 2 on this one once we do Crowder. Alright, we're watching Crowder, ladies and gentlemen. Hope y'all are ready. Zippity, is this the same thing that Benny's showing? Okay.
Hey, not glad at all to be with you under these circumstances.
All right, yeah, he's Sean Crowder.
I don't think anyone is. There's no good way to cover this. There's no good way to handle this. And I think we have to be here anyway. And this is heartbreaking for everyone. I'm going to try and find the right words here today. Here's what I ask for. I ask for grace all around, because emotions are high for everyone and people sometimes are misinterpreted. Let's not try and score any points. There are children who don't have a father. The Kirk family who's affected forever. It's not a game. The left is not playing games, and neither should you. And right now, we're very rare, for a very rare occasion, we're streaming live wide to YouTube, and this is going to be very short-lived. If you are on YouTube, the whole reason for Rumble is days like today.
Yep.
Head on over, because the kinds of things that I'm going to be saying probably get the channel nuked on YouTube. And let me be really clear here. I am not advocating. This is an inflection point. I am not advocating for.
When he says go to Rumble,
violence.
I'm cutting YouTube feed, guys. I'm sorry.
Wanting violence against
still
what
be
I'm
on
not
Rumble.
advocating for a civil war. I'm not advocating for anything that should be a violation of big tech's policy that forbids you from fighting back, but it's going to get really fucking close. That's where I am. I hope I've made myself clear. Let me just start with this. This morning, and you've seen this now, our undercover team who did some work here, the best in the world, I'll just say Jay, codename Jay, who got this morning was a leak from someone who was a longtime viewer of the show and works under the DOJ. And so we released this, and now the media, the rest of the media is confirming it. There was a briefing confirming it. I want to read this to you because there's a lot of misinformation going around. On September 10th, 2025, this comes from our source, at approximately 12:24 p.m., conservative political influencer Charlie Kirk was shot and killed at the Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. Let me make sure I get, okay. This is the stuff that you know. Mr. Kirk was... Multiple SLC 1 and 3 agents responded immediately. The suspect fired one shot from an elevated position on a rooftop in an adjacent building on the campus, and surveillance video shows the suspect jumping off and fleeing the area on foot. ATF and other law enforcement located an older model imported Mauser 30-06 caliber bolt-action rifle wrapped in a towel in a wooded area near the campus. The location of the firearm appears to match the suspect's route of travel. The spent cartridge was still chambered in addition to 3 unspent rounds at the top-fed magazine. All cartridges have engraved wording on them, expressing transgender and anti-fascist ideology. An emergency trace has been submitted. An ATF SLC is working leads generated by the trace. The firearm and ammunition have been taken by the FBI, DNA analysis, and fingerprint impressions. Upon completion of forensics, the firearm will be disassembled for additional importer information. Multiple people of interest have having contacted or detained because of eyewitnesses' testimony and review of video footage. The primary suspect is yet to be identified. ATF is assisting the investigation with multiple other, the rest. Engraved with trans and anti-fascist, Antifa ideology. I know yesterday we all thought it, we all prayed and hoped. Evil, senseless, enabled and abetted. People say, who could have seen this coming? Teacher. Everyone?
Yep.
Everyone who was paying attention. And before we open this in prayer, I want to thank the undercover unit who did this, and I hope they catch the bastard. And I hope it hurts. I hope it hurts. I hope it's unpleasant. Because Charlie Kirk and his family did not deserve at all what he got. But whoever this person is deserves it to hurt. And whoever pops their head up and even attempts any act of violence, not even taking a shot. I'm not advocating that you take violence into your own hands. Let me be clear. I am advocating now, going forward, hair-trigger defense. Because we And Charlie that day, make no mistake, was hunted. We are being hunted. This is terrorism. And I don't want to hear about both sides.
Bro.
Charlie Kirk's death was the direct result of leftist terrorism in America. Let me make that case. There are only a couple of people who've been in that chair, surrounded on campus. I know what it's like. Had the assaults come. I'm just speaking from experience. I've lived that nightmare over 100 times in my life. Happens after the first 1, 2, or 3 death threats or assaults that Charlie had to live through too. And he had to live through that while the media that now pretends like they had respect for him called him a Nazi. And now they want to say, hey, let's cool temperatures. Hey, let's simmer this down. Okay? I will when you bring Charlie back. I will when you unpropagandize every single person who you made to believe that Charlie and all of us are Nazis and committing a genocide and racist and sexist. Let me ask you this. If a real Nazi, if a real genocidal Hitler was sitting there out in the open, if you believed it, if you really believed it, you thought that person was going to kill 6 million Jews, would you take the shot? Now add mental illness and fucking hormones. Yeah, we'll put that genie back in the bottle. You first. Why is it we're always asked? Why is it incumbent upon us to cool temperatures and we're the only ones getting shot, getting hit with bike locks, getting rocks in the head, getting ice picks? You've lived through it with me. It's terrorism. You know what these people want? Charlie Kirk's death is the result of leftist terrorism in America because they made this really clear. Hey, Charlie. Hey, well, it could be Ben Shapiro. Could be me. Could be any one of you. Hey, do you want to impact the country? Do you want to change minds? Do you want to affect people's hearts and minds? How much do you want it more than your children to have a father? That's the message. But you let cooler heads prevail. And you know why this source gave this to us? Do you know why? This person under the ATF? They were rightfully concerned that it may be buried. And I hope you appreciate the world that you live in that's lesser with someone like Charlie Kirk gone. But before this place and before people like Charlie, before that, there was an era where, my God, you had to rely on the people, CNN, Fox News. And if they chose not to cover this, you would never know. Hey, maybe someone else would have covered this. Maybe the Wall Street Journal would tell you this was clearly what seems to be a radical trans ideologue who committed terrorism and an assassination. Maybe, or maybe they wouldn't have covered it if it hadn't already gotten out.
Yep.
Nashville Manifesto. DOJ prosecuting Trump. Jay Varma, COVID architect, locked down that they didn't respect themselves. Maybe it would have been like that. You think none of these outlets had it? This source was afraid that it would be same old, and that Charlie Kirk's death would be in vain. Fight Like Hell takes on a whole new meaning now.
All right,
people have said,
I'm canceling this YouTube
they're
one.
not after Trump. They're after you. He's in the way.
Because I have no
The same
idea
can
what
be
he's going
said
to say.
for Charlie Kirk. The same can be
I
said
know
for
how
anyone.
I feel I would say.
Anyone who goes out and risks
Well, I'm
life
gonna
and
go
limb
there.
to express a political opinion.
You coming? You're coming. If you're not,
And the other side acts with impunity.
I'll see you tomorrow.
They act with
I'm
impunity.
not telling you how to think. I'm just telling you to think. and I'll see you in a minute.
Presidents, of course, both sides. Highest profile person on earth. Show me the last time, let alone multiple times, that a liberal